going to explain this class. So, guys, this is, we're going to do a class to finish this week, and we're going to talk about past perfect. Also, we'll talk a little bit about something called reported speech. This is the final class this week. Next week, we'll be doing writing week. So you guys will get a chance to write a letter, and hopefully a lot of the things we've talked about this week, which are very kind of theoretical and abstract, we can apply them next week and you'll see how useful they are. Okay, so let's just make sure that I have the right document here. Can everyone see a Word document there? Actually, that's not the right one. Can everyone see one? It should be a blank document. Can you see that? What does it say at the top? Types. Okay. And let's do a bit of a warm up, because there's 21 people here, but I want to get a bit of atmosphere in the class. All right, because we're a bit quiet. So warm up will be to focus on. Let's do tenses. Okay. So I'm going to type a phrase. You guys have to tell me the tense. Okay. So for example, if I say I was hungry, what tense is that, guys?
Past tense.
Simple past.
Past simple, yeah, not just the past, but past simple. Okay. I will be hungry.
Future simple.
Future simple. Okay. I have been running.
Present perfect continuous.
Present perfect continuous. Present perfect continuous. Okay. What about this? I have been eaten by a lion.
Present perfect.
Present perfect.
It's present perfect, yeah. Present perfect with a strange meaning. Present perfect in the
passive voice.
Passive voice, right? Someone else did it. The lion ate me. Okay, so what about this? I have been, I will have been there by that time.
Future perfect.
Future perfect.
Future perfect. Okay, future perfect. Okay, what about this? I was running. I was running.
Past continuous.
Past continuous. You can all shout out when you know, right? I was running is past continuous. Okay, bonus question. Why do we use past continuous? There's two main reasons. Do you know why we use this tense? I was running.
Something happened before.
Not before, no.
Stopped by something else.
During, well, something interrupted you in the past, right? Interrupted an ongoing action. Give me an example of an interrupted ongoing action in the past. Anyone? You can all shout out. Fareshta or Fala, or Roshni.
Yeah, I was cooking when the phone rang.
Yeah, I was cooking when the phone rang. Also, you can use it for two actions that were ongoing simultaneous, right? Same time actions. You guys are doctors. You must do things at the same time, right? Like I was checking his records. Shari, I was checking his records.
When he had a seizure.
No, you could say I was checking his records. When he had a seizure, that would be interrupted actions, right?
While.
I was checking his records while I texted my friend. Does that happen a lot, doctors? Do you text on WhatsApp while you're checking medical records? I hope not. Okay, so look, we're just warming up. Okay, so let me go into something that I think is much more important, and I always talk about it: word formation. Okay, tell me what type of word this is. Okay, this one, guys. What type of word is that?
Verb.
It's a verb. Okay. What about this?
Preposition.
Preposition. You should all shout out as fast as you can. This should be easy, right? Everyone, as fast as you can. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Conjunction.
Conjunction. Good. This one.
Preposition.
Preposition. Okay, this one.
Adverb.
Adverb. Okay, what about this one? Difficult one.
Conjunction.
It's conjunction and
adverb.
Right? You can say, I haven't eaten yet. Is that an adverb or a conjunction? I haven't eaten yet.
Adverb.
Okay. I like football, yet I don't play anymore.
Conjunction.
Okay. All right, so let's start the class. Guys, I want you to be ready to answer my questions as quickly as possible. If I say your name, I've got a list of everyone's names. if I say your name, answer me as quickly as possible, and then we can move faster in this class. All right. So let's try a test. Mia, are you there, Mia? Could you say hello? Oh, you see? You see, Mia? There. Mia, no? Oh, you see, it has to be interactive, guys. So, Elena, are you there?
Yes, hi.
Okay, Elena, fantastic. So, Elena, you're going to start us off for this class. Guys, please be ready on your microphones. You have the easiest question, I think, Elena, because you're doctors and you're high level, okay? What is past perfect? Can you tell me?
So, it's a past tense when
It's a past tense, good.
one past action was before another past action.
Yeah, it was before another past action. Yeah. Are we talking about the present, guys, in any way?
No.
Right? We're not talking about now. All right. That's a great definition. I remember when I was learning to be a teacher, my friend Becky, she taught me some grammar. She works in Australia now. She's actually works for OET sometimes. She said, Alan, past perfect. Just remember this: past of past. Past of past, right? Which is the same as what you're saying, Elena, here, right? It's the same thing. Can anyone give me an example, though? Let's just have a look at the structure quickly. The structure is like or how about he had, anyone? Past perfect, Chare or Usha?
Had a car.
He had a car? Yeah. Give me a symptom though. Let's do something medical. So he had a
Chest pain.
chest pain. Okay. Can I say had? Is that okay, guys?
No, I think so.
Yes.
No.
No,
I
you
had
can.
it.
No, you can. You can say it's fine. Very often in OET we say had actually, and we also say had experienced as well. Those are the two most common ones, Usha, that you'll use. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what's the structure of this? We have subject plus fella. Marianne, you're here. It's nice to see you. Marianne, go on. Tell us what's the.
Hello.
Lovely to have you in class. Tell us what's this? Subject plus.
Subject plus verb.
Verb plus.
Yeah, this is the auxiliary verb, so it's
Auxiliary
always
verb,
had.
yeah.
It's always had. It's always that one.
V3.
Plus
V3.
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 Yeah.
It's not that
And
hard.
object.
And then the object comes next, if you have one. What about the negative? Let me test Batwan. Are you there, Batwan?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, so if I want to make a negative, right? So
He
I
had-
didn't. Yeah, what do I say? He had.
hadn't experienced.
Yeah.
He had not experienced.
If I do that in the writing, is that good?
No, it's not.
Because it's a, what do we call this? Hadn't is a
Contra-
contraction.
Contraction, yeah.
You're not allowed in the writing, but the speaking is okay. So instead, Batwan, we just say he had not.
He had not. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And obviously, I'm not going to go into this now, but can anyone make me a question using past perfect in a question?
Had you
How long?
experienced?
How long have you had chest pain?
How long have? No, that's present perfect.
Oh, how,
Did you experienced any chest pain?
Yeah. Had you experienced
How long?
any chest pain? And that would mean that before a past action, did you experience it before then? Okay. This can get very confusing, this idea of past of the past. Who feels good about this idea? Past of past. You shouldn't feel good about it. It's confusing if you do. Okay. But I'm going to come back to this idea and I'm going to explain. I'll make a nice diagram for you. But I want to ask Ibrahim to put his microphone on before we do that. Ibrahim, could you put your microphone on?
Yeah.
Okay, so Ibrahim, as well as this, we also need to bring in something else as well. We need reported speech, okay? Because you doctors, you always use reported speech and past perfect together, okay? So why do I use reported speech, Ibrahim, in my letter? Why would I use that as a doctor?
Yeah, because I'm taking the history from the patient, so
Mhm.
I'll say
Give me an example. Yeah.
has reported or has stated.
Yeah. So in your letter, very often in your timeline, guys, so you'd say on, guys, give me a date. On 19th, what month?
May.
June or May, yeah. So Ibrahim says, Mr. Green, Ibrahim, stated
that he had experienced severe chest pain.
Severe chest pains. Okay, great. Is that the right spelling, guys?
R-E, at the last
Yeah.
R-E.
Because if you don't put an E, Ibrahim, what does it mean without E?
Server, it has another meaning, server.
It's quite funny. Well, no, it would be sever.
Mm.
Sever is, does anyone know what that means? Sever?
When are injured?
Like
sever?
it's
To cut, to badly cut.
Yeah.
To badly cut something. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna look at reported speech today. Now, I'm not going to go into it in detail. It can get complicated. All we need to know is that where is the reported speech here, guys? Where is it? It's just this, right? And what am I missing here, Roshni? I'm missing something.
That.
Okay, so sometimes you can omit that, but we won't do that today, guys. Now, there's other verbs. Fella knows them. So I'll ask Fella. There's other verbs that we can use rather than stated. Because let me just make this point to everyone. This structure, you can use this 2 or 3 times in your letter. You might need to use it because it's very, very appropriate and useful. So rather than just repeating, Mr. Green stated that, Mr. Green stated that, Mr. Green stated that, I can also say, Fella, Mr. Green. Reported, as in reported speech. Yeah, reported that. What else?
Disclosed.
Oh, disclosed is not bad. That's a bit like he's telling you a secret.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mentioned.
If I say mentioned, Ibrahim, it's like, it's not very important. Okay. So you couldn't say he mentioned that he had a car accident yesterday.
Informed me
That
that.
would sound. So informed is good.
Informed
Me.
Me, yeah, right. That's important. And anything else?
Blame.
Complain.
Blame?
Blame.
Complain that. I like complain because that's very good with symptoms, right? Symptoms. Mr. Green complained that he had a headache. Yeah.
Claimed.
Okay.
Claimed.
We're all, say that again.
Claimed.
Claimed. Also you could say claimed, but what does it mean claimed? Anyone?
Claim,
Claimed?
it means he's going to ask for something or
It's to claim. If I say Alan claimed that Manchester United were the best team in the world, what does it mean?
glorifying the.
So it might not be true, right?
Yeah.
Sadly, with Manchester United. But I think we've got the new manager, the German guy. I think he could do well. Okay, but it's my claim. I'm claiming it. It might not be true. Yes, go on.
I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
No, please, Victor.
I'm wondering if we do reported speech, we should do copy and paste, or should we turn informal things to formal things?
Yes, you must change informal things into formal things. I'm sorry.
But in that way, I think it's not reported speech because we say something like indirectly.
Yeah, it's we're not. There's 2 ways to do reported speech. You can do it directly, and you can say like he told me, right, and then or he said, and then quotation marks like I want to die. Right. If you did it like that, Batul, that would be okay because it's in quotation marks. These. Why is it okay if I do it like this? What a quotation mark means.
It's the exact words that the
Yeah.
patient used.
But unless I use these, Batul, it's kind of like I have to change it to the formal version, right? So for example, guys, I can't say he wanted to die. That's very informal.
So
what would you say? He reported that.
Reported that
Suicide?
he wants to die.
He suicide? Is it a verb? Remember word formation?
No,
Word
no.
formation?
No.
Plans to.
He was feeling, guys. He was feeling suicidal. So again, that would be a good one for word formation. Is that a noun or verb or adjective? Adjective. Now, the best one for you guys, which, Chari, this might even be useful when you're working as a doctor in the UK. better than feeling suicidal is to say suicidal
Attempt.
Tendency.
had suicidal, well, no thoughts.
Suicidal idea.
Yes.
And they sometimes say this as well, ideation. I've seen
Yeah.
that. Ideation, which is like thinking about it, I guess. Okay, so that's the best way to do it. But you can't say, Betul, he reported that he wanted to die, right? Because
But
it's informal.
it is okay for grammar. Okay. Is
Yeah,
right?
it's okay for grammar, but you need to change it to the formal version. Okay. Betul, come back. Is that okay, or do you have a further question? Does that make sense, Betul?
Yes, I think
Yeah.
it's okay. But shouldn't we use a past perfect in the he had?
Well, yeah, this is the thing, guys. So you don't have to, with reported speech, you don't have to use past perfect. But you guys, you're going to use that a lot. All right. But here I didn't use it. Right. He had suicidal thoughts. If I want to use past perfect, I would say, Betul, he had. He had. Okay. So we're going to talk in a minute about why you would use past perfect and not. What tense is this? Fella?
Simple
Alina?
past.
That's just the simple past, isn't it? Okay. So let me just put this here because Betul, that's a really good point. Be careful. You must change anything informal. Okay. Unless you're quoting. Okay. Unless quoting. Let me just put this here. Also, what's important about the verb informed? Can anyone tell me why informed is so important here? Mr. Green, informed. There's a grammatical point here, Chare or Ahmad. Yeah. So what is that me? What is it? What do we call that?
Pronoun.
It's like a objective pronoun, right? So don't forget, guys, that only with informed we need to say me. Do I say Mr. Green reported me?
No.
No.
Mr. Green complained me?
No.
Stated me?
No.
It's only that one. Okay. There are some other ones, but we don't need to learn them. So don't forget this.
Tell me, for example.
Told me is okay. Yeah. Okay. So any questions so far? Because we're just setting up the final thing before we start doing some work on this.
Yes,
Yes, please. Say your name. Is it Adil? Please. Yeah.
Yes. If the first sentence is Mr. Green's chest pain continue, can we use the present perfect?
Yes.
At that
If it's well, this is what we're going to talk about now, right? Because sometimes you could use present perfect.
Yes.
Right. We have to just understand what's the difference, because the meaning is quite different. Okay, I'm going to explain that now, guys. But what we need to do is we need to make a quick diagram. And we're going to divide things into two today. There's actually two types of present perfect, so past perfect for you doctors. Does anyone remember this from the class that we did previously? There's two types here.
Yes.
So who remembers, who knows what I'm talking about? If you know what I'm talking about, say yes.
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 Lena knows, Fella knows. What about Mert? Do you know? Roshni? Ahmad, do you know? Because I might ask you. Fareshta, do you know?
Sorry, Alan, I'm after shift. I'm a bit asleep.
You're a bit sleepy. Okay, so I'll try and make this as simple as possible. Guys, there's two types. We're just going to deal with the first type now, okay? And then I'm going to give you some exercises to do. You can do some writing, okay? Then I'll talk about type 2. All right, because if I do them both together, it'll be like annoying, okay? So I'll explain this one, first type, and then you guys are going to write some sentences, okay? So Fella and Alina, you guys can help me. What is this first type then?
So it's just when one action happened, yes, it's just one.
Let's give it a name. One action happened, yeah?
Before
action is okay.
Finished.
Well,
yeah,
okay.
not continuous.
Okay, this is the thing, guys. So type 1, the first type, we're going to talk about the other one first, if that's okay. The action guys, the action is ongoing between what? Fella, Alina?
Certain time.
A period of time or between
2
dates.
points in time. Yeah. Is it ongoing now?
No.
Right, guys, it's ongoing between 2 past points. Okay, so let me just show you this one. It's not as difficult as it might sound once you get the idea. I need someone to help me make a diagram though. So let me ask Idil or Furkan, could you put your microphones on? Idil and Furkan.
Yes.
Okay, so is it you two? So I'm going to ask you some simple questions.
Okay.
In your exam,
Yes.
what is the day that you are writing?
Today.
It's
Today.
always today, isn't it, guys?
Yes.
Right? So here we are. You're in your exam, guys, and everyone, we're writing our letter. So what is today's date?
3 December.
It's the 3rd. Yeah, 3rd of December. Let's imagine. Obviously, tomorrow it'll be the 4th of December for some people. Sorry, I keep reminding you. I'm sorry.
Please.
I'm trying to be nice, but I'm actually being horrible. Sorry. Okay, so we are writing on this day. This is the point to get clear. Someone was asking about present perfect, right? But you've got to understand that we're writing today. We are writing a letter, right? Okay, so when was the visit? Can anyone tell me? It's going to be a past date, right?
Yeah.
You doctors, when you're writing your letters, you're always talking about past visits.
Yeah. For
Okay, so
example,
let's say, yeah, go on, for example, fella.
20th of November.
So here we go. Here's the visit, and you want to tell the reader about this day here, which is the 20th of November. Okay. What was the problem? Let me ask someone else, maybe Mary-Ange or Yigit, right? It's 20th November. Can you give me a problem from that you normally see?
Knee bursits.
Oh, knee
Bursits.
Braces?
No, it is an inflammation of the bursas.
Okay.
Bursit. I don't know.
I'm going to do, because I don't understand that, I'm going to say knee inflammation. That's good though.
Yeah,
that works.
Knee swelling.
Knee swelling. Yeah, there we go. Same idea. Okay, so this is a perfect one because it's ongoing, right? That's a good example. So when did the knee swelling start? Sometimes it's on the same day, but usually not, is it?
Oh, yeah.
It usually starts before.
For
right?
example,
So
1 week. Yeah.
yeah, so this is where let's say the 15th of November. Yeah, let's do 15th. So what happened on the 15th, guys?
The swelling.
Knee swelling started.
Yeah.
Started.
Yeah.
Okay. Started. And why did it start? Maybe accident, right?
Yeah.
And then we got knee swelling. Now, is it continuous?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna do a little. I'm always very bad at doing this, but I'm gonna try to draw a continuous action here. Look, that isn't. It's not finished, right?
Yeah.
I can't do this. Okay, so that's terrible, isn't it? Let me try again. So.
But it reflects the pain and the swelling.
There we go. That's better. This is hurting my finger. Okay, so look. This action is ongoing. So this is now we're all ready now to just get a full understanding of why we use past perfect and why we might use present perfect as well. Okay. Who was asking me about present perfect? Who was that? It was a good question. Was that Idil? Okay, so Idil, look. If you use present perfect, you're talking about now.
Yes.
And a past action here.
Yeah.
All right. But sometimes you don't want to talk about now. You only want to talk about this, right?
Past perfect.
So we use past perfect. But this is the key point, guys. If I say, let's make a sentence. Fella, give me a sentence. I could say on 20th.
Okay, on the 20th of November. Yeah.
In fact, let me just make this a bit bigger. Guys, we're going to use reported speech now. Okay, so fella's going to give me the reported speech first. So fella, on
on
Yep.
the 20th of November, Mr. Jones presented to our clinic.
Okay, stop there. So, because I know that you know how to do this. So on 20th of November, she's very good with this. Who can finish this? November. Mr. Jones. Let's just say Mr. Jones. Give me the reported speech, fellow. Mr. Jones.
Mr. Jones presented and reported that.
Presented and reported. You just say reported. Mr. Jones reported. Yeah, reported that.
But
Okay. Now I want someone with past perfect. So Roshni, you haven't spoken that much. So Roshni reported that what?
He had been experiencing.
He had been experiencing
knee swelling.
Let's just say he had experienced, right?
He had
He
experienced
experienced knee swelling. Now, Chari, how long was it for?
For 5 days.
Here we go, 5 days. Okay, Chari, can you put your microphone on? That was Roshni. Chari, what if I want to use since? What can I say? Since 5 days?
No.
Since, guys?
15th of November.
15th of November. Okay. So I can use either one. It doesn't matter, right? What am I saying, Ibrahim? If you want to put your microphone on. Am I saying that he has a swollen knee now?
No, no.
We don't know.
No.
No.
We just don't know. We don't know. It's not important. We're only talking about a past tense. Past perfect, guys, it's a narrative tense. What does that mean, narrative?
You have to elaborate it.
To tell
the story.
Story tense. It's a tense for telling stories. And usually stories are in the past, right?
Yeah.
So we're only interested in here. It doesn't matter. It might actually be true now. It doesn't matter. Okay. We only want to talk about this. So we say, Mr. Jones reported that he had experienced knee swelling for 5 days. Okay. Now, Idil, what if I say he has experienced? What happens now if I say he has experienced? Idil?
He experienced now.
Now it's a past moment until now, right?
5 days before 3rd of
this.
December.
But does that make sense? Can I use present perfect with 20th of November?
No.
No, you're not allowed,
No.
right? As Paul says, it's a timestamp. You're not allowed.
Yes,
Okay,
I
bonus.
completely understand.
Okay, bonus
Thank
question
you.
for Betul. There's another tense I can use. What's the other tense, which has exactly the same meaning? Betul, you know this. What's the other tense?
Past perfect. Continuous.
perfect?
Continuous.
Past perfect, continuous.
He
So Betul, yeah, he had.
Had been
he had
experiencing.
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 Been
Guys, look, experiencing, right? And it has the same meaning because it's continuous action between 2 points in the past. We don't know if it's continuing until now.
Can I ask
Okay.
a question?
Please, please.
When do we use before or 5 days earlier with past perfect?
We're going to talk about that in a second because in the past, when I've taught this, I'd try and bring all those ones in. Guys, there's all these words like before or ago, right? I'm going to talk about those in a minute.
Okay.
But for now, does everyone understand this basic point here? Does everyone understand what's happening?
Yeah.
Okay, so what day am I speaking to the patient?
No.
Everyone?
Today.
Am I speaking to the patient today? No.
No,
I'm
I'm
not speaking
right
to
there.
20th.
I speak to him on the 20th, but that's not when he was injured. When was he injured?
15th November.
Right. Now, so why is past perfect so useful for doctors? Because this situation happens to you guys all the time.
Yes. Yeah.
Patients always come to you and they say, something happened to me. And that thing happened before they see you, right? So this is why we need it, why it's so useful. Even when you pass your OET fella, you'll probably need this tense to discuss with friends, colleagues, okay? So let's try and put this together, guys, and let's try and do some sentences. See if you can write me some sentences using this structure. Is everyone ready? Should we write some sentences together? We'll do the first one together, and then I'll let you do the other 4 yourselves, okay? So this is type 1. Can everyone see this here? Imagine you're in the exam, and you see these very nice case notes using the words report, neck pain, and 3 days, all right? this shouldn't be very hard now. You've got examples here. I've explained the meaning. We've talked about the structure. Abani, could you put your microphone on?
Yeah.
So let's use Mr. Green again. And give me a date as well. So let's say on 19th.
On 19th of November.
Is that correct, guys? Like this?
No.
We don't write the of, do we? But we do say it, Abani, right? So it's not wrong. So on 19th of November.
Yeah.
Mr. Green.
Mr. Green.
Can we help him out, guys? What's coming next? I don't want reported. Let's change it to another one.
Presented.
It's not reported speech. Give me another example of reported speech.
Stated.
Okay, so what about informed?
Informed me.
Okay, so Mr. Green informed
me.
That Barney or anyone. What am I going to say now?
Yeah.
He had
neck pain.
Neck pain.
For the last 3 days.
For the last
3 days. You can say the last. That's okay. Okay. Can I say he had experienced? Is that okay?
Yes.
Yeah. Very often those two verbs, you can use both of them. There's just some conditions where you can't say had. Okay. All right. So it's not that hard, is it? Can you write me 4 sentences using this structure? Number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5. Type in the chat box. You can type your work there, and I will comment on your sentences. Off you go. Please start now. Use the case notes to create OET sentences for doctors. This really is for doctors. Write as many as you can. I'll be reading them. So we've got one from Idil already, and we've got Chare as well, and Yijit. That should be excellent. So Chare, going for the continuous, that's okay. Idil. Yeah, this is easy, right? Keep going, guys. Beza, that's good. Had depression for 2 weeks. Now, depression sounds better, probably sounds a little bit better with experienced, okay, but it doesn't really matter. This is really, really nice. Let me keep going. Roshni, very nice. Excellent. Wataz, Batul. Nice. Alina. Good. Ahmad. Nice. Okay. Just writing something down, just giving me an idea. So Ahmad, that he had depression for 2 weeks, had experienced depression. Depression sounds better with experience, Aisha, so I like that. Freshta informed me that he'd experienced depression for 2 weeks. Good. Yes.
Can I ask a silly question?
Please, feel free.
What if we say he reported that he had experienced, but the second he is necessary for he reported that had experienced neck pain, for example.
Yeah, you need the second he.
Okay.
I don't know why. You have to. You must. Yeah. Good. That's a good question, actually. Someone here says, I think it's Farid, says he had felt depressed. It sounds better to say he had experienced depression. Okay, it sounds more formal. Just a little bit better. So fella had been experiencing depressive mood. Good. Don't forget depressive mood, fella. Depressive mood. Yes, question, please.
I have a question, please. Sometimes you are writing a neck pain, sometimes chest pain article about the article I am talking about.
Yeah.
Is it optional or
yeah?
Is there any rule about that?
There's no rules. It's
so
just
much pain.
Yeah, it's
pain.
just unfortunately, pain, I think the English language is very confused about this concept. Sometimes we talk like it's uncountable. Sometimes we talk like you can count it, like ah. So it's optional, yes. Okay. It's just the words pain and surgery. They're a bit difficult. Okay. It's usually optional, but with surgery, even though you can have both, guys, you never say he had a surgery, right? In the past tense, you always say he had surgery. Okay. Let me just read some of these. So Yigit, Beza, looking good. Had pain along with rash. Yeah, along with a rash. Ibrahim, experienced depression. Good. Developed painful rashes. That's what I was thinking with that one, Roshni. Nice. Experienced symptoms of depression. Report that he had a rash, 48 hours. A painful rash. Good. So this is Elena, Fereshta. Good. Mariange. Good. Asya. Told me that he had. Excellent. On his elbow for. That's perfect, Asya. Roshni. Excellent. Emad. Yeah, they had experienced pain associated. Yeah, you could say associated with a rash, Emad. Okay, Idil, good, 48 hours. Yujit, good. Dizziness. Fereshta, yes, good. Beza, dizziness, good. Abani, chest pain and a skin rash. Abani, a skin rash. A painful rash for 48 hours. Okay, Fella. This is good.
I forget to make a second had that he had a painful rash. Yeah. I was
because sometimes you can forget that second had, but as long as you understand, yeah. Has anyone tried the shortness of breath one? We're going to move on to the next one in a second.
Sir, I have one question.
Please.
Is it not right to use present perfect tense here? It's not better than past perfect, as it will reach complete complain up to the minute.
Yeah. Well, there's two. Go on, please.
If I say he has had, it will mean that the complaint started at past and continue up to this minute.
Yes, exactly right. That means I'm saying this like that. Yeah. But sometimes you don't want to say that, Emad. Right?
Yeah.
You have your choice, right? But also, Emad, there's another problem to what you're saying. If I use present perfect, right? Yes, you're right. That's true. Continues up to here or has consequences here. Can I say on 20th of November with present perfect? No. Right?
Yeah.
So that's why I think when you get to you usually write this sort of sentence in your timeline, para. When you get to the current condition paragraph, you're talking about today, then you switch usually to present perfect. Sounds better. Okay, but imagine this happened last year. You know what I mean? Or 6 months ago. Okay, great question. Now, I'm not going to put all the sentences on the board. Can we just do this fast, guys? So I want you all just to shout out the words, okay? And if I hear a mistake, I'll tell you, right? So look, on 19th December, what comes next? Shout it out. Mr. Green.
Informed me that.
Informed me, good. That
he had experience.
Experienced is better than had, yeah. Experienced depression.
Depression for 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Can I say 2 weeks ago?
No.
I'm not allowed to say a go. All right. We'll do one more. Okay. State pain rash 48 hours. But this time I'm going to ask for Roshni Roshni.
Yeah, on 19th of December.
Yeah, on 19th
of December, Mr. Green stated that he had developed painful rash.
He had developed. I like that.
Yeah,
developed
painful rash for the past 48 hours.
Wait a second. For the past 48 hours.
Can we
can't say developed because with it's not developing. It doesn't sound right with that verb because of the it's continuous.
Is
I'm
experience.
sorry, it should be
Yeah, the experience.
had or experienced.
Experienced.
I know I'm sorry about that, but I'm just telling you, you can't say because it's ongoing, right? It doesn't sound right with developed. Okay, but Tool, did you have a question?
Can we use off on 19th of December?
We
you
can't,
write?
sorry, it's my, see that that's my mistake.
No, it's okay.
Now, guys, I'm going to leave these because I think everyone here understands this. Most of you guys were doing very nice sentences. So I'll leave these up. I'll take them away. Okay. Let's talk about the word ago.
Yeah.
I can't say ago. Why not?
Because it's related to the present. I go from
Yeah.
today. Yeah.
Right. So I think it was Emad. Emad, this is not present perfect, but also the word ago means from today. Right. So we're talking about this. So you can never say ago. Right. So guys, look, if I say ago here, it's wrong. Right. Ago. So I'll put that here as red. What can I say, guys? What phrases are okay to say? Like what time phrases are not problematic?
Earlier.
For and since.
Yeah.
3 days earlier, that would be okay. Good.
Is it okay
What
to say
else?
earlier with the so we can use on 19th of December and then we say the sentence and then
Yeah.
48 hours earlier
Yeah, that would be okay. Yeah.
and before also.
Can we say before? What do you think, guys?
I think
Before?
No.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's okay. She had 3 days before. But earlier sounds better.
Yes.
Had experienced anxiety for 3 days. Actually, so sorry, I'm making a mistake. You can't. Sorry, my mistake.
Why? Why?
It sounds wrong with this idea of the continuous action.
Yes, continuous.
Right?
If it's not continuous, then it's okay.
Yeah, that's type 2. We're going to talk about that in a minute. If it's type 2, then yeah, you can say before.
Okay.
Right. Does anyone else want to ask me? I won't do all of them, but maybe you have some phrases that you're thinking, can I say that?
The last.
Previously.
The
3 days previously. Yes. But again, earlier sounds better.
Okay.
But previously is okay. Good. Anything else you want to ask me?
The last.
For the last. Yeah, it's good. It's good. Right. Anything else?
For
the past.
For the past is also good. Yeah, for the past. These are good, right? Anything else? Other phrases that you might want to use with this tense? Can you think of one? I think that's it. I wrote down some before the class. Okay, that's enough, I think, right? Okay, so let's look at type 2 and then we'll finish the class. It should be a bit easier now to think about type 2. All right. What's the difference between type 1 and type 2?
The continuity of the action.
This type 2 is not going to be continuous when? Emad, right? Think about it. Some conditions are continuous, like swelling. It starts here, swelling, and it's swelling all the way to here. But some conditions, they don't continue between these events, these dates, right? Emad? Think about something that only happens once. Only happens once. Anyone want to give me an example?
The fall.
Fall, yeah.
Fall, right? So a fall, what else? Car crash, hopefully only once. Hopefully a heart attack only once, but it can happen more than. Faint. Does everyone see that this is not ongoing? Does everyone see that these conditions cannot continue for 3 days? They happen like that, don't they?
Yeah.
Right. So in that case, it's the same meaning, right? Same meaning as something like this. Where are we writing? We're writing today, right? So what's today's date?
3rd of November.
3rd. Okay. It will always be today's date in your exam, right?
Yes.
So that's nice, you know, you can relax about that, about being, you won't be confused, okay? Let's say it was the 20th of November here, okay? But the thing happened on the 15th again, okay? Somebody give me another example of something that happens only once.
Fracture.
Fracture, good. Fracture of what?
Of the tibia.
Tibia fracture, good, right? So he's playing football On the 15th of November, he fractures his tibia because he's a man and men often don't go to the doctors because they're a bit stupid, right? He waits 5 days. Eventually, he goes to the doctor. And what does he say? On the 20th, he says, "Hey, doctor, what's the actual words he's going to use?"
I reported that
I
he
have-
had fractured.
I think I broke my.
No.
What would he say to you? He would say, "I think I broke my."
I think I had broken my.
Yeah. He might use present perfect. Yeah, here, but let's not go into that, right? In fact, yeah, I'm going to confuse you guys. Let's just say, tells doctor. There we go. Okay, so here it's exactly the same. Does he have a broken leg now?
Yes.
We don't know. Right? It could be yes, could be no. It doesn't matter. This is a narrative tense. I'm just telling a story about the past. Okay? So it doesn't matter whether he has it now. But I guess, why do we stay in the past? Why do we stay with past perfect? Because we're telling a story. We're in our timeline. Right? Timeline para. Okay, so how can I make a sentence for this tibia fracture? Who wants to make me a sentence for the tibia fracture? Say your name and I'll type what you say. Who feels confident? Yes.
I am Çağrı.
Go on.
Mr. Jones report
So on 20th. Yeah, on 20th.
On 20th November.
Yeah.
Mr. Jones reported that.
Yeah, Mr. Jones reported that.
He had a tibia fracture.
Would he know it was tibia? This is like what Betul was saying. You have to change the language because.
Okay. He had broken his leg.
That he had broken his leg. Again, will he know that? He won't report, "Hey, doctor, I've broken my leg," because he won't know.
He reported that he thought.
Yeah, that he, guys, look, just put he thought he had. He thought he had, right? It's a strange structure. He thought he had. Sorry about my spelling. So he reported that he thought he had broken his leg. Can I say for 5 days? Is that correct?
No,
because it's not continuous action, right? Can I say he's broken his leg since?
No.
No.
No, because it's not a continuous action. It happened once. All right. So I can't say for and since. I just have to say, what can I say?
While playing football.
Earlier.
5 days earlier.
5 days earlier. Right. Can I say 5 days ago?
No.
No. Right. I still cannot say ago, but I can say 5 days earlier.
In the last 5 days. In the last 5 days.
In the last 5 days, you could say that as well. That would mean if you say in the last 5 days, that means I don't know when inside this time. So not necessarily on the 15th. It could have been 16 or 17 or 18. That just means at some time inside. Can I say, Alina, can I say before?
Yes.
Yeah, now I could probably say before, 5 days before.
Alan, what of saying Mr. Jones reported that he thought he had broken his leg 5 days prior to presentation?
You can also say that. And we'll talk about these phrases in a second. You can say, I like that one actually, prior to presentation. Or presenting, maybe, presenting. That's a nice little flourish. Yeah, good. Prior to is okay. Should we practice this, guys? Do you think you can write me 5 sentences using past perfect again? It's the same tense, but the meaning is different. And sorry, one more thing. Can I say this? Mr. Jones reported that he thought he had been breaking.
No.
Why?
Not continuous.
Not continuous.
Again, it's not continuous. So I can use present perfect continuous in type 1, but I can't use it here because it only happened once. Just quick. It's not continuous. Okay. So you guys are going to write me 5 sentences. You can see them on the screen. Reported car crash last week. Okay, that sounds a bit like Sarah Day, right? You could do number 2, stated panic attack. Write me now in the chat box 5 sentences, please. Off you go. using past perfect and reported speech. I'm just going to change things slightly. One moment. Sorry. Okay, here you go.
Does panic attack has an article?
Yes, our panic attack. Yes.
Okay.
Good. Okay, so let me try and get through some of these. The first one is car crash. Let's see if have we got any through? No. Okay, so I'm still waiting for you guys. That's okay. You've got some time. Just write 2 or 3 sentences. I'll give you feedback. So fellas first. There you go. Perfect, fella. No errors. Alina. Perfect. Ibrahim. Excellent. No errors. A car crash last week. Beza. Perfect. No errors. Move on to number 2, number 3, guys. Roshni, 20th of November, report the a car. Perfect. Good. Everyone's getting this first one very nicely. A car crash. Good. Everyone's getting the a car crash 1 month earlier. Good. In last week. So Yijit, you need to say in the last week.
Okay, thank you. In the
apart from that, it's good. Keep going. We've got sprained ankle, head injury. He had sprained his ankle at work. Excellent. Excellent. From Beza. One day earlier. You can do plural, say panic attacks, Beza, that's okay. Fareshta, 1 day, yep.
Sorry, Alan, can I have a question?
Please.
When we speak about panic attack, can we say that he believed that he had a panic attack, you know?
Yeah, he believed that he had
certain diagnosis.
No. Yeah, no, that's fine.
That's
yeah.
Okay.
I'll say it again. He believed that he had. That's good. There is one error here. There's not many errors here, but this is Asya. It's just a small thing, Asya. We don't tend to say episodes of panic attack. We don't say episodes of, right? You can say, just be careful with that phrase, episodes of. It doesn't work for many symptoms.
Right? Ellen, can I ask something?
Yes, please.
Yesterday isn't like ago.
I think it is like a go. Let me think. So he put that he
can
broke
we
his leg.
use yesterday with past perfect?
No, you can't. You can't use yesterday because that means from today. Yeah. Yes. So it's just like a go. Yeah. So no yesterday, guys. We're going to go through some of the things, some of the extra things when we end this class. Most sentences are really good here. I can't find many errors. He had been referred, say that he had been referred to a new physiotherapy. So physiotherapy, Fareshta, word formation. New physiotherapy.
Therapist.
Yes, the person, yeah, referred to a new physiotherapist. Fantastic. Okay, so look,
Lee.
I'm going to have to stop it there because I have to get off actually shortly. But really nice work. I think everyone's doing really well here.
Elaine, can I ask a question, please?
Please.
What is the difference between past simple tense and past perfect tense? For example, Mr. Green stated that he had panic attack yesterday, or Mr. Green stated that he had panic attack yesterday. What is the difference between these?
Well, you can't say yesterday, right? There's no yesterday. Yeah. If I don't use past perfect, it just means it happens on the 20th. Right?
No, we don't mention any date. I am talking about generally.
But what I'm saying
Yesterday,
is
about yesterday.
without past perfect, there is only one event in the past. This one. Unless you use past perfect, the reader will not understand that there are two events. So it sounds like he had a tibia fracture on that day at the same time as the visit. It sounds crazy. Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah, I understand you.
Yeah.
your
So
point, but
you can use. Look, I could say this. Look, let's think of something that might happen inside the visit on the 20th. I could say he reported that, right? He had, what could we say? This is past simple now, guys. He experienced.
He had a fall accident.
Okay, so if I say he had a fall, what tense is this? He reported that he had a fall.
Simple past.
Okay, so that means that he's having a fall like on the same day as the visit.
No,
right?
because it depends.
Even at the same time as the visit, it sounds like. Okay, it sounds strange.
No,
It
no,
sounds
fall
very
accident,
weird.
you have to specify the time period. You know,
Yeah.
today, I am talking about today. Today,
Okay,
he
go on.
reported that he had a fall yesterday. Is it correct or not?
That
Wrong.
He had a fall yesterday. No, you can say that because it's today. Right? Yeah, you could say that on today's date. Yeah. But remember, I started this by saying we are not here, right? If you're here, then everything changes. We're talking about this day, right? So yeah, you can say that because today is here. Does that make
For
sense?
this sentence, which one is better, Eileen? Today he reported that he had a fall or he had a fall. Which
Oh,
one
I
is
see what you're
better?
saying. You want to see which is better. So you can actually have both, as long as it's today. Yeah, you can have both.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. But that's only if it's today. It has to be the same day. Okay. All right. Some great questions there. Now, look, I'm going to say, if you want to finish this for homework, especially fella, if you want to just do a bit of extra writing, fella, send me these guys. I'll grade them over the weekend. So you can finish these sentences if you want. And as Paul always says as well, if you want to just try an example sentence, or if you have a question, just send me an email with it and I'll help you with that. The last thing we're going to do now is, because I have to go, the last thing we're going to do is talk again about what words can we say, what words can we not say with past perfect, type 2. Well, Alina, you already told us, right? Let me just get rid of this. Sorry. Can I say a go, guys? Can I say?
No.
No.
So let's just change this to he had experienced, not anxiety. So let's change this to he had experienced a fall, right? Is this one correct? Is this the type 2? He experienced a fall. Yes. Okay. So what do I need here, guys, first? What's missing?
Comma after June.
Okay. So you've got to remember that there's certain phrases we can't use. We can't use a go. We can never use a go with past perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
What can I use? I can use, what can I say?
Earlier.
Can I use earlier? What do we think? Yes or no?
Yes. Yes.
That one's okay. What else is okay? Earlier is good. Ago is bad. Before is okay, as we said. Remember we said before. Before is okay. What else, guys? You tell me.
In the last 10 days, okay.
In the last 10 days is okay, because you asked me about that as well. In the last 10 days. Someone said prior, didn't they? Who said that?
Yes.
Tell me again. Prior. He had a fall.
Mr. Green reported that he had experienced or he had a fall prior to presentation.
Yeah, 5 days prior to presentation. Okay. So you're going to just have to memorize these guys, right? A fall 5 days before. You just have to memorize that there's some words you can say, there's some words you cannot say. Okay. Anyone want to ask me about these phrases that you can use? Extra phrases before we finish. I'll put these in green. What about over the last? Can I say he had a fall over the last 5 days?
No.
No.
No. Why not? Why not? Because it's continuous again.
It's continuous.
Yeah. What about in the last? Can I say in the last though?
Yes.
Yes.
When we
Okay,
don't
can't
know
I?
the day exactly.
I can say prior to presentation as well. Anyone else want to ask me something? This is your last chance.
Yes.
Yes, go
What
on.
about present perfect? Last advice, last minute. What shall we do?
Yeah, no, you use your present perfect when you want to say that. Remember, you've all done classes with Paul on present perfect, right?
Yes.
Why do we use present perfect?
To relate it to the present, something that happened in the past that's still related to now.
So if you want to connect a past event that has consequences in the present, or is still continuing into the present, you can use present perfect. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
But we don't think the thing about OET is, what's that paragraph that we always use in OET? We always write the timeline. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think present perfect should only be used
in current condition.
Current condition.
Current condition. Okay. In the current condition, or
And sometimes in the introduction as well.
Background.
introduction's okay.
Background.
Can I use it in a timeline?
No.
You can use it if you right at the end of the story.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you don't, fella, this is getting a bit weird now, but fella, sometimes you don't need a current condition.
Yes.
You just have the current condition inside the timeline at the end.
Yes.
Right. In that case, you can use present perfect, right? So guys, sometimes your timeline will be like this: past. Oops. Here's your timeline, for example.
Yeah, if we have just one date of visit today, and there is a problem, I think it's okay to write with present perfect.
Yeah, but I'm making it more complicated than it is. If you want to talk about the present,
yeah,
present perfect, right? Okay. But if you only want to tell me a story about what happened in the past, which is basically a timeline, okay, you use past perfect. Okay, so I'll leave it there, guys. Thanks very much. Do the homework if you want. I'll be happy to grade your work over the weekend. Have a lovely class at 3 p.m. with Paul. I'll say goodbye.
Thank you.
Take
Have a
care,
nice
everyone.
weekend.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Just take in fact, I'll leave this on if you want to take a photo shot. Can't do it.
Goodbye, Alan.
See you. So have a great weekend, guys. Take care.
Alan, can I ask you, in the course, it says 4 essay, in the course included 4 essay and one one-to-one session.
That's correct. And you definitely have that. Yeah. Let me show you how to use it. Okay. Let me share my screen. Okay. I'll stop the recording 1 second.
Yes.